Did you happen to catch the Super Bowl, Professor Dave?
I did. I don't watch a lot of football now because my wife doesn't like it, and so the choice of turning her into a football widow doesn't seem like the right thing to do for me. So I just let it go. I did notice something at the end of the Super Bowl. There's people who seem to think that football's now kind of rigged, and is there any evidence of that?
Yeah, there is some evidence to that. As it gets more, commercialized, and as it gets more money involved and more sponsors, I definitely say there's maybe some correlation. And, perhaps, the NFL, like, they need to have stars, they need ratings.
So
So
you can
in order
imagine a $500 million difference between Team A and Team B in terms of viewership and stuff like that. So.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, like, I live in New Orleans. So, like, when the Saints won the Super Bowl, that was like the craziest thing ever because it was like a small market New Orleans team. And I
Right.
don't think the NFL really wanted them in, but anybody that follows the Saints football, it was like the craziest year that we made it. So, I'm not going to say it's rigged, but I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL is influencing the way they want, like, certain narratives or certain teams. But I'm
Well,
sure people
some
would
some ex
disagree.
NFL guys, some ex NFL guys supposedly went out on social media and said it's professional wrestling now.
I did see that. I don't know, man. When I say it's rigged, I'm talking more about like the gambling aspect of it, with these point spreads and how much money is involved with now Vegas, with sports betting, being legalized across the country. And now there's an
Hmm.
NFL team in Vegas. So
Right.
maybe it's rigged. What you think? So you think it is?
I don't have an opinion. That's why I asked because I know that everyone's always pissed at the referees, and I
Mhm.
guess this year had an unusual number of egregiously bad calls where they go, how could you have looked at the replay of that and made that call? I
Oh yeah,
I
and all it
I only
all.
hear about it. I don't watch it, and so I don't know
Mhm.
whether people are just being whiny bitches or whether they have a good case. Because I'm always amazed at how good the referees are. I'm always amazed when I think, oh, that's a shitty call, and then they show the slow mo, and I go, oh, they nailed it, right? So
Oh
my
yeah,
experience has always been this spectacularly good refereeing.
it's a bang bang thing, to catch some of those little,
Mhm.
items and not having the ability to be sitting on your couch with HD TV watching a replay. Did you happen to see Biden had a Super Bowl commercial? Did you happen to see that?
I did pick that up. Yeah, that was moronic beyond comprehension. The Biden story is an interesting one because you get the feeling he's being taken off the stage now. There's a hunch that the protecting mechanisms are being pulled away, and at the same time, you get the feeling that maybe his team is furiously trying to keep him in the game. So
Mhm.
there'll be people going on TV and say that, there's no president who's been sharper than Joe Biden, and I go, you got to stop being that stupid. We're just not that dumb, right? And
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it. I caught an interview with Kamala Harris, and they were talking about, her as a possible replacement for Biden. And she, jumped at that idea. And nowhere in what she said, where normally they'd say, oh, President Biden, he's real cognitive, he's all there, he's the sharpest he's ever been, or something like that. She didn't say anything like that. So, like in the
but
shows,
her
like,
team undoubtedly set up that interview and that question,
oh, 100%, 100%. So I
right?
feel like the deep state, maybe, like, when somebody's like performing on stage and a big hook comes out and just grabs them
Yeah,
and pulls
right,
them off.
right.
Is that what they're going to have to do to Biden to get him out?
I don't know, so I think the idea of them wanting to get him out is clear. I think that the timing and the choice of whom to put in and things
Mm.
like that are by no means clear. I don't know how you do it in a way that doesn't look like a rigged NFL game. Right? So I don't know how they intend to do it. It looks like it's going to require some dexterity. I would have said they were going to, fake a stroke, which for Biden would be pretty easy to do. Um, but it not if his team doesn't want to be taken off the field, then they got a problem, right? I figured he'd agree. They'd say it's time to go, Joe, and he'd say, yeah, okay, where's my Game Boy, and then leave. But I think his team is saying no. We want 4 more years of graft and corruption. So